Hello everyone, how are you all? So today what we are going to do, we are going to start a new chapter of microeconomics, that is chapter number 3, which talks about utility. So in this video we will be mainly dealing with law of diminishing marginal utility. What do you mean by utility? What is the law of diminishing marginal utility? So we will be mainly dealing with that. There are two chapters which deals with utility, chapter number 3 and chapter number 4. Chapter number 3 tells us about the cardinal utility and 4 tells us about ordinal utility. Okay, so firstly let me explain you what is utility. Okay, that is quite difficult topic for the students. I will explain each and everything to you in a quite simple manner. Just listen to me carefully. So here we will be dealing with law of diminishing marginal utility. Before starting the explanation of that law, firstly you need to understand what does utility means. Now what is utility? Suppose you are consuming a pizza. You are going out with your friends and you are consuming a pizza. So you are very hungry and you are eating one slice of pizza. After consuming that one slice of pizza, you will get some satisfaction. Am I right or wrong? You will certainly get some satisfaction after consuming that one slice of pizza. So that satisfaction which you got after eating that one slice of pizza is the utility that is derived after eating that. So utility means the want satisfying power in a commodity. किसी भी commodity को consume करके जो आपको satisfaction मिलती है, किसी भी commodity में wants को satisfy करने की जो power है, that is known as utility. You are hungry, you consume a chapati. So the satisfaction derived from eating that chapati is your utility. Simple. Right? You are another example. Suppose you are thirsty and you consume one glass of water. So that glass of water will give you some satisfaction and that is known as utility. Okay? Okay, so now there are two types of utility, total utility and marginal utility. Now what is total utility? Total utility means the total of the satisfaction I got from consuming the given amount of goods and services. Suppose there are two goods total which I have consumed. So my total utility will be the utility derived from the consuming the good A, and the utility derived from consuming the good B. I will add both the utilities and got the total utility. So total utility means the sum of the satisfaction that is derived from both the goods. दोनों goods से मुझे जो भी satisfaction मिली, I will add that utility, add that satisfaction, and that gives me total utility. If suppose I consume a pizza, I consume a glass of water, I consume chapati, so the satisfaction derived from all those three goods, it gives me my total utility. And marginal utility means marginal. Marginal means extra, the extra utility, the extra satisfaction, the additional satisfaction which anyone gain from consuming the one extra unit of that commodity. If suppose, I'll give you an example. If suppose I am very hungry and my mother gives me one chapati. So the satisfaction which I got by eating that one chapati is maximum. Now if I consume another chapati, that will also give me satisfaction. But after eating two chapatis, my stomach is full now. And if after that I will consume another chapatis, if suppose my mother forces me to consume the another chapati, like beta एक और खा ले. So now if I consume extra units of that chapati, third chapati खाई मैंने, fourth खाई, fifth खाई, so now that extra satisfaction goes on diminishing. the extra satisfaction, the extra utility, the extra satisfaction I got from consuming the extra unit of the goods, it goes on diminishing, and that what it means, diminishing marginal utility. That what law of diminishing marginal utility states. मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी मीन्स द एक्स्ट्रा सेटिस्फेक्शन. इफ सपोज मुझे एक पिज़्ज़ा का स्लाइस खाने से 10 यूनिट्स ऑफ सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलता है, सेकेंड पिज़्ज़ा का स्लाइस खाने से मुझे 12 यूनिट्स ऑफ सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलता है. एक्स्ट्रा सेटिस्फेक्शन कितना मिला? 2 यूनिट्स का सेटिस्फेक्शन. सो दैट एक्स्ट्रा इज माई मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी. टोटल मीन्स the total satisfaction which I got from consuming all the goods, and marginal means the extra satisfaction which I got by consuming one extra unit of that commodity. And the law of diminishing marginal utility states that if I consume more and more and more units of that specific commodity of that good, so my marginal satisfaction, my marginal utility will goes on diminishing with each successive units. हर सक्सेसिव यूनिट के साथ जो एक्स्ट्रा सेटिस्फेक्शन है वो कम होती जाएगी. ठीक है. आई हैव टेकन द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ चपाती, and if suppose we will take the example of, look, yes, these are the 3 examples. If suppose the person is very thirsty and if that person drink the water beyond a point, एक ग्लास कंज्यूम किया, 2 ग्लास कंज्यूम किया, उसकी जो है थर्स्ट ख़त्म हो गई. नाउ आफ्टर दैट पॉइंट if you will consume the water, what will happen? It will lead to vomit, right? So that what diminishing marginal utility means, ki if we goes on consuming more and more units of the commodity, so the additional satisfaction goes on diminishing and diminishing. The real life example you can also take is antibiotics. If suppose we have a headache and we have taken Disprin, it will be effective. After 1 or 2 hours a headache will be okay. But what if I consume Disprin on a daily basis? Then what happens? Then after a point, beyond a point, what will happen? That medicine will not affect, उसका कोई फ़र्क ही नहीं पड़ेगा, वो फंक्शन करना बंद कर देगी. If any person goes on consuming more and more and more antibiotics, it will not kill the pathogens, but it become harmful for the body. So that is what diminishing marginal utility means. Diminishing marginal utility means कि if we goes on consuming more and more and more units of that commodity, the extra satisfaction will be diminishing, will be less. ठीक है. So this is the diagram or the tabular representation of total utility and marginal utility. Total utility which goes on increasing with the increasing units of my commodity, and marginal utility goes on diminishing. It also becomes negative. Okay, so that is the diagrammatic representation and the tabular representation of total utility, that is TU, and marginal utility, MU. And there are also few assumptions of this law. You know that in economics assumptions are must. So what are the assumptions? The utility we are here measuring is cardinal in numbers. Look, हम अपनी satisfaction को explain नहीं कर सकते. आप बता सकते हो कि पिज़्ज़ा खाकर आपको 10 satisfaction मिली, नहीं बता सकते ना. But यहाँ पे क्या assume किया जाता है कि we can express our satisfaction in numbers. So here we are measuring our utility in cardinal form. It is in the numerical form, numbers form. So our utility is measured in cardinal numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3. तो यहाँ पे numbers की form में utility को measure किया जाएगा. If suppose I am saying I have got 10 satisfaction by eating a pizza, so my utility will be 10 utils. Utils is the unit in which utility is measured. and the consumer is rational, he will maximize his utility, and also the commodity is consumed continuously. यहाँ पे कुछ break नहीं होगा. अगर आप कहो कि आपने अब पानी पिया, 2 glasses of water you have consumed, after 1 hour you will consume 2 glasses of water. आप कह रहे हो कि मेरी यूटिलिटी तो मिनिमाइज हुई नहीं, डिमिनिश हुई नहीं, मेरी यूटिलिटी तो उल्टा बढ़ गई. तो बच्चे अगर आप ब्रेक लोगे तो इट विल not applicable. It is not applicable. The condition must be कि the commodity you are consuming is continuous. Consumption must be continuous. एक साथ अगर आप consume कर रहे हो, you are consuming the glass of water continuously, then it will diminish your utility. अगर आप ब्रेक लेके लोगे तो बाद में आपको और ज़्यादा प्यास लग रही होगी, आपकी बढ़ जाएगी यूटिलिटी. बट here the condition is कि you will continuously consume that commodity, then your utility will be diminished. Okay, so these are the few assumptions. That is the definition of law of diminishing marginal utility. It states as a consumer consumes more and more units of a commodity, the satisfaction derived from each successive unit, each extra unit goes on decreasing. Okay, so that is all about the law of diminishing marginal utility. That's it from my side. I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay, bye bye. Have a nice day.